And another one that people have been getting mad about is, so there's this article that you know how people call people like your people simps or whatever?
Yep.
He said, men who are too nice to women are called simps. Why this insult is problematic. And my original takeaway from this thing was they just, you know, there's nothing more that bugs the blogosphere more than when there's like a new thing that they didn't come up with.
Yeah.
They hate new terms.
Well, also
that they're not in control
and
of.
also like applies to them more than others.
Right.
Like they don't, you know.
Well, they're saying it's like simps is bad because it's basically misogynistic to call guys simps.
Sure.
And they don't really know what a simp is, but that's their understanding of it. They said, many of us are familiar with jokes about whipped husbands whoopsh, and phrases like nice guys finish last. But these nice guys now have a new insult to contend with. The controversial slang term simp. But whipped husband is like a little bit ironically called a simp, but that's not what it is.
No.
Like when you're really saying the guy's a simp, probably the most pure version is like sending girls shit on OnlyFans, you know, that you've never met. Sending a fucking girl money that's never slept with you.
Yeah, like
you drive a girl around.
Stuff and yeah.
But even in real life, like you're the girl's best friend. You buy her all the presents, and then she posts the photo of you two, and then you
like a friend date, and you go like friends for life, like
yes,
that kind of stuff.
It's not like.
By the way, it is kind of simp. It's pretty similar to high value male.
Oh, really?
Kind of. I mean, kind of. There's a
they think a high value male is
a simp, kind of. They just wanted this fucking like punching bag who like does all this stuff, and like,
that's a high value.
Not
male
like perfect, but a lot of similarities.
Yeah,
a lot of similarities.
Well, that's because there's, you know, even that thing where it's like nice guys finish last, that they're sort of saying they're like dispelling the myth, and it was like the actual reality is that there's probably nice guys finishing last and mean guys finishing last, and there's nice guys that finish first and mean guys. But as far as what the saying means towards girls, it's like girls sort of like the idea that they tamed you a little bit, right? And they also like the idea that you're a little more nice to them than everyone else. It's not just like this guy's nice to everyone and everyone gets my attention. They might be attracted to that at first, but on average, I think girls sort of like the idea that yes, you're nice to everyone, but like you pay more attention to me, which makes them feel.
But also, when they're not interested in you, it works better to be mean to them than nice to them. It's just like it's a psychological thing that's not even specifically related to women, just people in general. It's like there's something about that, like, you know, then whatever, negging or whatever, but like
very few guys have been like,
I mean, I've heard a million girls be like, yeah, I don't know, he's such an asshole, I don't know why I like him. Like,
yeah. I've had many girls say that to me when I had their phones tapped. Talking about me. But yeah, no, I'm not really asshole, but the ones that are,
I'm not saying like a little, but you know, you're not a fucking doormat.
No, you're just unavailable. I was never like mean to them. It's like structurally mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But never specifically.
Yeah, you're not like literally like, oh, you fat pig, but you're like,
no, I'm not. I'm like,
you're just not like like, she's like, oh, buy me a drink. And you're like, no.
The fuck out of here.
Like, but I'm saying girls like that sometimes.
Yeah, you go, come on. If it comes with the right confidence, not if it comes with the, I will not.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly. Goes, okay, this guy's weird.
Yeah, but if there's a lot of guys who'll be like, hey, yes, ma'am, I would love to buy you a drink. Do your friends want drinks too?
How many girls have said,
and then they're like, ew, they're like, it's gross.
Yeah,
they'll take the drinks, but
right,
you literally just like disgust them.
And then that guy is like, I want to be with you, whatever, and you go, no, I'm not interested. And then he just keeps being nice to her.
Yeah.
Buys her a thing, shows up at her place with roses, and then the only time that works out is when she's dating someone else and he's such an asshole. She goes, hey, I'll give this fucking dork a try.
Dude, remember fucking my ex? There's this dude who was like, who she like worked with like 5 years previous, who lived in Vancouver.
Putting in the effort.
Remember she sent her tickets to the Killers floor seats at the ACC or whatever. She's
and then you went to them?
I went, and she like posted a photo, and I was like, oh, like that. I told her at the time, I was like, that hurt me on like a level just for him.
Did you do the fingers, the fingers in the vagina?
But it's like, I was like, she's like, yeah, he just like, you know, he's just nice, and he sent me a pair of floor tickets for the Killers, and I was like, what? No, they don't. That's not a normal thing.
It's crazy, buddy. So she goes, which one thing I didn't know, she goes, this word simp derived from the word simpleton. That's something I did not know. The popular term began as a way to mock men who pander to women in an effort to sleep with them. But over time, the term has evolved, and simp is now used to refer to anyone who treats a woman with any kindness and respect.
See, I didn't know the simpleton thing makes sense, but then I remember like when this got first on my radar, I thought it was because I looked this up because I was trying to find it, and it was it was an acronym for someone idolizing mediocre pussy.
That's good.
That's what I thought it was originally, and then,
simpleton doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't exactly.
I don't think that's true. I don't think they still know what the fuck they're talking about.
No,
all they know is that people are buying them stuff, and there's a word out there that makes it stop.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, shut up.
Yeah, for sure. But also, like, it's hard to really pinpoint how like vernacular like that like takes, you know, especially slang, like where it starts. Like, it's unless it's literally like,
in some message board
or whatever. But usually these things happen slowly and organically.
Yes, and no, it does not. Anyone who treats a woman with kindness and respect. They're trying to make it seem like a guy that's nice to his girlfriend. It's like, there's a difference between a guy that like buys his girlfriend and provides her a good life and she's actually sick.
Yeah.
And fucking, then a guy who buys his girlfriend all this shit, does anything she wants, and she treats him badly. And it's like, you can't hang out with your friends. Yes, that would be a simp.
Yes.
Anyone who's getting bitched around might be in the simp category.
I feel like
but still mostly the people that are buying stuff with people for like, they're not.
No, the moment you actually are like in a physical sexual relationships with someone, you're no longer a simp.
I think so. That's probably true.
That ends it. It's like either,
but you can still be like, simping. Like you could be like, oh, you're simping for that. He's simping for his chick.
For sure.
I think you could be simping, but you aren't actually a simp.
No, it's not an actual definition of one. Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, we're gonna agree on that.
Like my girlfriend likes to just jokingly call me a simp every time I do something nice for her.
We've all been doing that too, is jokingly.
All just jokes, just funny jokes.
We've all, me and the boys also.
Me and the boys, yeah, really?
Actually, we have a group chat with her.
That'd be amazing.
Me, the boys, and your girlfriend have a group chat.
Like all the guys.
We've all had a good laugh. She has pictures. She takes pictures of you with the credit card out at the grocery store. You ever buying at the Louis Vuitton store? Danny's there, and then she's
getting declined. I'm in the back fucking washing dishes.
She sends it to the group chat. We have a good laugh. There's Danny walking through fucking department stores with 90 bags.
Like all the things holding the dog.
She's on her phone chatting with us. So he goes, if he compliments her, he is a simp. If he buys her late night cab home, he's a simp. Even if he buys his girlfriend flowers, he's a simp. So they're really trying to get out in front of this simp word by kind of being like, simp is a
well, they're trying, real, and they're trying to make it this huge catch-all. Where
like, it's not really what's happening.
I love this is in USA Today.
In what world? The guy buys his girlfriend flowers, and everyone's like, "Oh fuck!" I guess.
Simp.
Yeah, did you hear about this simp? What do you do? Is buy a girl flowers? Went on her birthday. Simp life.
You hear about this simp? He fucking asked his girlfriend to marry him. Fucking simp. Got her ring too.
If he compliments her, hey, you have nice hair. You go, hey, can I speak to you for a second, Danny? Hey, if you want, what do you want to do in your private life? When we're at a restaurant, I don't want you simping around with your chick. Don't telling her hair looks nice.
You're making me look bad.
No, I mean, people are gonna start thinking I associate with simps. I'm a senior fellow of simps.
I'm a senior fellow.
They go, though this term may seem like a harmless joke, more experts are back at it. So they simp experts.
It's probably the same as the little dick expert from last week.
He's also a simp expert. Little dicks are great. Actually, being a simp's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'd say so. Simp experts, some of Danny's people, say that it's damaging to equate a man's kindness with weakness. I'm so done with experts. It's like, if you gotta have the slightest bit of fucking nuance to be an expert at any of these categories, you go, what happened? It's like, there's this term simp. That sounds damaging. Even the expert says it.
Even the experts. Well, this is, I think, a knock-on effect of the whole just like, kind of like university complex thing.
Yeah, expert level sophistry.
You finish and you're just like, I don't know, I got to be an expert in simping or something. I don't know. Well, my education's worthless. Otherwise.
Yeah, they're sort of simping for all their students or whatever, buying them all their gifts, and they go, what should I write my dissertation about? And then they get a phone call. It's like, hey, do you approve this purchase to this credit card that you put all these people on? You go, I'm an expert simper.
Yeah.
So they said, when we simp shame, it sends us, I'm still simp shaming now.
Okay.
It sends a message to men that caring about the plight or well-being of women is not a manly thing to do, says the Destin Garrick, the author of The Evolved Masculine. So there's like, you know, he's like it's like sort of the beta manosphere.
No, yeah, totally. No, this guy is straight up just like, yeah.
There's the manosphere and then there's the beta manosphere.
This guy is literally, his book is just like, let her peg you on the first date.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what an evolved man would be. You know what I was thinking about pegging? Not to fucking you. It was just making me laugh, the idea that they go, pegging is like sort of so you can be gay, but you don't have to actually be gay. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you can get all the benefits of being gay without being gay, but it's like the truth is,
is that the only benefit of being gay?
Well, that's the only bad part about being gay. If you actually break it down,
you're like, this doesn't compute.
Yeah,
it's actually the worst part.
Yeah, that's the only bad part about being gay. Aside from that, you're just hanging with your boy.
Yeah,
it's true. Like if aside from the getting pegged, being gay would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And they go, what if you just have the getting pegged part? And you go, and then you hang. So you instead
potato.
But then you hang out with chicks.
There you go. This is none of the good parts about being gay.
That's the good parts about being gay, is hanging out with your boy.
Hanging out with your boys and
you know.
Yeah.
I just want to. Hey, you want to take a break from the wings?
It's like pegging. All the worst parts of being gay.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what if you ask me.
That's a theory.
No, that's what the evolved man guy says. It should be the exact opposite. To not care is the unmanly thing. Like, yes, no one thinks that it's like manly to, you know, your girlfriend, like some chicks like walking home and she's about to get punched and you go keep working. I ain't no fucking simp, you know?
Yeah.
That's like the way they're making it out to be. It's like your girlfriend's like, oh, I'm stranded in the middle of nowhere. Can you have pick it up? It's like, yeah, call a fucking simp because I ain't that dude, brother.
Brother. It's because I'm in real trouble. Yeah, and you're going to stay in real trouble. Bye.
Call me when you're ready to suck it, you know? That's the way
I am, though. You go,
the evolved man's got like a caricature of what he thinks men are like. Because they
but like women probably read the evolved man and they go, ugh, gross. I don't want this fucking loser. Like,
yeah.
It's like, it's not even women want this.
Well, also the other, they go, if this dangerous idea, so everything's dangerous too, right? If this this idea that every interaction with a woman is a social exchange, Reimer says, it reinforces the mentality that if I do something for a woman, she has to do something in return. Oftentimes a sexual favor is the context I've heard of. Yes. Okay. So, and then you go the other way around to these people that think they're into equality. Okay. Think about the other way around where you know a girl that all she does is buy guy stuff, blah, 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 everything. And he won't pleasure her. He won't hang out with her. He won't do anything. Would you say that it's dangerous to say that that's unreasonable behavior for her? No. All she does is dote over this guy and then he hits her and all this stuff and she just buys him food, makes him food, and she makes way more money and does all the other way around. She just nonstop buying him gifts. Would you be like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, seriously.
Of course not.
Yeah, you'd be like something deranged about it.
Yes,
even more deranged.
Yes, so why would it not be deranged the other way?
Yeah. Also, these aren't all simping things.
Oh, they're not all simping things. They're just describing an unequal relationship and saying that's simping.
Yeah.
But yes,
if you're in a relationship, you're not a simp.
But it's the same reason. They're saying it's the same way then that like everyone's like, oh, we're going this, and you're like, I gotta go home.
Like the simping is, remember the Belle Delphine thing or whatever, where she sold her bathwater? If you bought the bathwater, you're a fucking simp.
Yeah.
Because guess what? She didn't bathe in that. I'll tell you, that was straight from the fucking tap.
We throw the simp out with the bathwater.
Perfect.
It is kind of the equivalent of when you go
like if you're on Craigslist buying like a woman's like used underwear that she wore jogging.
You might be a simp.
You might be a simp.
If your bank account statement and the times you had sex with her are both now at 0, you might be a simp.
You might be a simp.
If you've been in her driveway multiple times but never through the front door, you might be a simp. But yeah, the idea that it's not that it's unreasonable to it's almost like the context that they're using and they're dangerous is kind of what you do as a joke. Like your buddy has to go home at like 10 and everyone's gonna hang out later. He's like, I got to. I told my chick I'd be here. Everyone goes, bitch. Yeah. But you're kidding. It's just like anytime anyone has to stray from the pack, you're going to get a little fucking ribbon.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you don't go, boys, this is dangerous what you're doing
Boys,
here.
you're putting me in danger. You're putting my girlfriend in danger. You're putting women in danger right now.
You're putting women in danger.
You're just putting women in danger.
Yeah, exactly. You're putting everyone in danger with this line of fucking rhetoric. So, and they say simp shaming is also a form of benevolent sexism, she adds, in contrast to hostile sexism, which is, I can't be around you, you're a woman. Benevolent sexism is this kind of stuff. So it's like
wait, is benevolent sexism like how ESPN promotes the WNBA even though nobody wants to watch it? Like that kind of thing?
No, that's benevolent equality.
That's equality. Got it.
Benevolent equality.
Got it.
Basically, their whole thing is stop telling men not to buy us stuff. They want to go back to the world where people can buy them stuff, and it's still like they're feminists.
And there's no like the motives are like fine. They're not like.
And it's not anti-feminist to want free stuff bought for you on the daily by some guy you're not fucking. That's actually pretty reasonable. Well, you have a boyfriend still, even.
Yeah, like just the bill splitting. That's got to end.
Yeah. Well, the last thing is when we think of the emotions that are acceptable for men, we forget to take into consideration that we often teach them from a young age to bottle things up instead of expressing them with other people. So right now we have this, like same thing in A Christmas Story where the dad comes down, stop crying, be a man. Whereas what should be happening is you come home, what's happening?
And he goes, keep crying.
No, this girl goes, oh. Yeah, keep crying. No, she goes, this girl at school turned me down and I'm really sad. He goes, all right, here's $30. What we're going to do.
What we're going to do is we're going to wait outside of her house until she falls asleep and then she's going to wake up. We're going to follow her around all day to kind of get a pattern of what kind of stuff she likes. Then we're going to buy her something that she thinks is totally a surprise and she'll have no idea that you picked the right thing perfectly.
Also, does she have a ride home from her real boyfriend's house? So, I'm going to lend you my car. That's what real masculinity
Always
is.
drive her to her boyfriend's house. Don't make her pay for an Uber.
Like a man.
Like a real man, you're going to drive her around.